Hello, my name is Simon and welcome to AFC Bournemouth Analysis. Here's my take on our last gasp win over Everton. Yes, against West Ham we were desperately unlucky not to win the game. I mean, we were kind of lucky to get a draw in the end, but in terms of the balance of play we should have won that game because of the sheer amount of attacks and shots we had. I think it was nearly 30 shots against West Ham, and we continued that against Everton. I think we had about 20 shots to their 5. The attacking intensity seemed to have returned, whether that's because we're against lesser opposition I'm not sure, but against a very defensive minded opposition we coped quite well. And although we needed an 88th minute deflected winner, it was the least we deserved, I think. We really pressed them, and although Allardyce said that the errors came from them, I prefer to think of it as our players were really on top of them, and that's something we haven't seen in so many home games this season, really getting in the opposition's faces. So that was great to see, and it was capped by some superb individual performances, mainly Ryan Fraser for scoring the 2 goals. I thought the first goal he took superbly well, kind of like on the half volley into the ground. And then obviously Nathan Ake had another superb display. It's getting boring mentioning him, but he is by far our most consistent player and probably our best player. There was a key moment near the end where he made a sliding tackle on Gylfi Sigurdsson, where he had to sprint several yards to make up the space, but then to make the actual tackle and perfectly time the block was pretty much match winning, because then a minute later we went up the other end and scored the winner. So that's the fine margins in football, and Nathan Ake and Ryan Fraser were superb, but the whole team did their job very well. Surprisingly, it's our defence that was the bad part of the game. We looked relatively solid for most of the game, but as we've seen so many times this season, we're just seconds away from an error, and it was the case again. Steve Cook playing it, I don't know what he was doing. He wanted to play it to Francis on the right wing, but Francis didn't want the ball, so Cook, I think, was attempting to lump it but didn't get the distance on it, and it was snaffled up, and they hit us pretty much straight away across the pitch, and it was in the net before you knew it. Steve Cook's head in his hands told it all, really. We really have to cut out those defensive ricks, because really we got the luck with the deflected error that we deserved, but on another day that's a draw. We could have even lost the game, and that would have been heartbreaking, considering we pretty much controlled most of it. So the defensive ricks have to be cut out. The ugly was Everton's defensive style of play. I didn't really understand why they played like that, considering the players they had at their disposal. I think they played 3 holding midfielders, which, if you watch any games of that we've played this season, it's pretty obvious our defence can be got at. So it's a bit of a strange approach from Everton, but I can't complain. And scoring 2 goals past that such a defensive-minded team, and I think I'm right in saying that under Sam Allardyce, Everton had only conceded 2 goals under his entire reign up to that point. So for us to score 2 in one game against them is, it's no mean feat. And that was the ugly bit, Everton being defensive, but ultimately we can't complain because we won. The best moment, pretty obvious, Fraser's effort somehow deflecting in off Ben Mee, wasn't it? That was a great moment, just watching the ball slowly trickle in and the stadium erupted. So it was great to get that win. Obviously we hadn't won in 8, so but if we keep playing like this, we'll cause a lot of teams below us and just above us lots of problems. Nobody got in touch this episode. I think most people are, it's the Christmas season, haven't got time to reply to Twitter and Facebook posts. But you can get involved by following AFCB Analysis on Twitter and Facebook. The URLs are here. And do let me know your thoughts before and after games, and you get included in videos. I know I haven't done a lot of preview videos recently. I haven't done them for ages, actually, but it's because the festive season is such a congested time of year in terms of games, it's hard to keep up. So there's not going to be any preview videos for a little while, I don't think. I'll have a review of the Brighton game, which is tomorrow. I had to do this video. I was thinking I would do this video maybe tomorrow, but that wouldn't be any good because we'd be playing Brighton. So hopefully we can bring in the good form against West Ham and Everton that we've shown, the good form, and also the the good attacking football we've shown and go into Brighton hopefully to get a point and maybe even a win if luck favours us. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I also wrote a post about for Yahoo Sport UK about Bournemouth, namely Nathan Ake and how he's so great. So please do read that. The link to that is in this video's description. And yes, thanks so much for watching, and up the cherries in all departments.